Hello, Internet, and welcome back to JL Plays. This week, we will be talking about long awaited first two episodes of WandaVision. Also, what I've been watching on Netflix and a sci fi original film. Not really, but you could say it falls there. Called Meteor Moon. Really bad, cheesy, low budget sci-fi movie. And here we go. First up, WandaVision.
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a five-pair?
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas!
Where did you two move from? How long have you been married? And why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when?
Okay, that was a quick clip from the trailer of WandaVision. I hope y'all enjoy that, but I don't. As recording, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go into spoilers or not, but I'm gonna try to keep it as vague as possible. WandaVision's pretty much takes place after Marvel's Infinity War and Endgame. Wanda is in this. It starts you right away. It just drops you in. Wanda and Vision, I should say, not just Wanda, but Wanda and Vision are together in this I Dream of Jeannie, I Love Lucy, all black and white scenario where they just in the 50, I think, what is it, 50s, and they're just there. Oh, gee golly, which is what you got from the trailer. Gee golly, oh gosh darn, and all these, well, that's swell type of situations, and it's honestly, it's very, very cute. I enjoyed the first two episodes very much, but as you watching it, you do realize there are certain things that are going on with the coloring, because everything is in black and white, or I should say grays, different shades of grays, and you can see like the colors on the people's faces are a little bit off and things of that sort. This is just observations you can make if you're actually watching the show and not looking at your phone. So this isn't any spoilers whatsoever. A spoiler would be something like in the episode 2 when Wanda finds, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say what it is. But she is definitely, the one in charge here by a situation that happens where she has to do something with her power. So you know that she's somewhat in control, but not really. And there's other situations happening. But the first two episodes it's really, again, this, why did they do this is beyond me. They just it's pretty much the pilot broken up into two episodes to make, just to make two episodes out of it, which for me, like, why just make it into one episode? Just have it as just one episode instead of having it two. But whatever, that's beside the point. What's done is done. And so and she just goes through hijinks, and they just go through a little, I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie type of hijinks. And they even have a whole intro. I love the commercials. Yeah, they're just funny. It's only one commercial per episode, but it's still funny and well done. It's just a little nod to not Tony, but Stark, and also a nod to Stryker. Well, right, Stalker. That's what it is. Stalker Industries. Yeah, it's a little nod to those two individuals and their continuing feud. It's pretty cute. They're sweet commercials. And it's just these two episodes pretty much are very nostalgic for anybody that grew up watching reruns or just watching the reruns of I Love Lucy and I Dream of Jeannie. I've seen a couple of those, or even the Honeymooners. If you ever watched the reruns of the Honeymooners, it's very nostalgic. It will give you that nostalgia. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you haven't watched this at all and you're on the fence about it, watch it. Go ahead. What else? What else you're gonna do these days? with pandemic and the government uprising here in the U.S. Hey, let's have some fun while the world burns around us. Just watch WandaVision. And you by when you hear this, episode 4 will be coming out. So hopefully episode 3 will keep me in touch with this. And that's my thoughts on WandaVision. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing some more. I'm gonna watch it regardless of if I'm enjoying it 100% or enjoying it whatever. But I will be watching it regardless. So I think you should too. And yeah, that's it. Go watch. It's on Disney Plus. Only place to watch it. Enjoy it and have fun. Oh, and before I forget, you're gonna hear a certain somebody's voice, and you would know the voice from if you ever watched that '70s show. She played the mom in that '70s show. So yeah, enjoy it. And yeah, she does a guest appearance on the show. I don't know if she'll be back from time of the recording. I only see episode 1 and 2, but I look forward to episode 3 and the rest of the season. So yeah, enjoy yourselves and go watch WandaVision. Okay, before we get to the main movie, I'm just gonna give you a little update on the BBC series The Watch. I have not gone back to it, and really, I don't think I am actually gonna go back to it. It just hasn't called me to continue watching it at all. So yeah, that's for the BBC The Watch. Also, if you're looking for a documentary to watch, I suggest you go to Netflix and watch The Night Stalker. It's extremely well done. It's very interesting. If you like forensics and if you like following police procedure shows at all, and forensic shows, yeah, it's very interesting. And how they caught this sick bastard is just insane and crazy. Even with the screw ups by the head officials from the local government, it's really powerful, and it's really worth a good watch. This person was just sick and disgusting. But yeah, and yes, here we go with the main event, which is Meteor Moon. Ooh, I love this movie so much. It was so bad it's good.
Pandemonium has swept across the globe as reports come in that an asteroid has collided with the moon, knocking it on a trajectory towards Earth.
We have 1 hour and 42 minutes till the moon reaches the atmosphere.
How are you gonna stop the moon?
We have a spacecraft with an engine on it with special fuel called antimatter. It's dead in space on the edge of the moon's far side.
They need someone to reactivate it.
Now they need you to reactivate it.
We're going down!
We're about a mile from George's mechanic. We can grab one of his cars.
I got just the one.
Hit the nitrous!
The Colossus dish has sustained heavy damage.
Okay, and that was a bit of the trailer from Meteor Moon. I am recording this a little bit after I just finished watching it. Meteor Moon is a very, very B movie with really such a small cast. I think total cast member reaches no more than 13 people total, and you could tell this was shot during quarantine, because at any given time there is literally no more than 4 people on screen, and they're all separated from each other at a certain distance, which makes it even sweeter. But yeah, that's beside the point. So let me state this right now. Spoilers from the get-go. This movie, I'm just gonna spoil the heck out of this movie. So, trust me, you really ain't missing nothing. Even if I explain it to you, you still gonna probably want to watch it if you're a fan of bad sci-fi movies, or bad sci-fi channel movies, and that's what this is. It is so good. This is another asylum film so bad it's good type of things. So here we go with the thing again. Spoilers from the get-go. So here we go. The movie starts with really bad composite shots of a meteor hitting the back of the moon, and then the moon actually starts rolling like a boulder towards Earth. I swear a lot of things they do in this movie are just to literally troll people, to troll you, to like, what the heck are they thinking, right? So, and then after that, you get this montage of stock footage from from different parts of the world with violence and the mobs and just utter destruction of people, destroying property and stealing and stuff like that. Just riots all over the world. Just a giant montage, voiceover, really bad computer voiceover of what's going on. So then they literally cut to the main guy, the main star, which is this old dude. I don't know his name. I really can't remember these characters' names. It's so ridiculous. And he's just at a bar, and he gets a call, and it's like, yeah, they'll be right there to pick you up, and then, and right after they say that, he hangs up the phone. The guy comes walking through the door as he's hanging up the phone with the person telling him that they're gonna come pick him up, and so then he's talking to he's at a bar having a drink, and it's only him and the bartender watching the news, talking about what's going on, and then all of a sudden there's a earthquake, and him and the guy that came to pick him up, look, the bartender falls. And all of a sudden the bartender has this, I don't know how, but he got stabbed in the abdomen with I'm guessing a knife, but I don't know how it happened. All you saw was him falling down. The guys running around the bar to see if he's okay, and you see the stab wound. It's really bad CG stab wound, but it was there. So they go, oh, we gotta take him with us. There's no time. We gotta take him with us. And as you can hear from my voice, I just enjoy the moronic idiocy of this. Just so dumb. It is just so dumb. And yeah. So where was I? Oh yes. So they take him on their helicopter, which this is my favorite part of the whole movie. This is what I had to pause it, and because I was laughing so hard I started crying. They take him in the helicopter. They show the helicopter take off in this really, again, composite shots, right? But once they go inside the helicopter to show the actors, the set is an airplane set. So yeah, so the helicopter, it's a giant helicopter, and the inside is a giant airplane set with the luggage bin, with the luggage storage and everything. It looked like they were sitting like first class type of thing. It was so ridiculous. I saw that and I started crying, laughing. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, because it just came out of nowhere. and then they just constantly just moving around and then they just cut to characters. I'm just gonna jump all over the place. So I'm not going to stick exactly one by one what happens, everything one by one. I'm just going to jump all over. And then there's a part where there's this guy and woman, the guy dressed in military uniform, and this woman walking. And they goes, and then they start walking like, where are you going? I'm going this way. Well, I'm going that way. We should stick together. Like, come with me, because, yeah, okay. Right? And then you forget about them, like, literally forget about that they're even there after a while. but because they do these ridiculous cut to them for no reason other than no reason whatsoever. Like she's the ex-wife or estranged wife of the main character, and then she's off to the base to see her boyfriend. And one of the last times you see her is when right before the the soldier that she's with, who's carrying this piece of equipment that they need to make sure that the meteor or the black hole that they're gonna create. Oh yes, let me go back a little. They're also, the whole thing is they gotta go and create a black hole at the far side of the moon so it could pull the moon back from hitting the earth. So yeah, and then they are continue walking, and all of a sudden he goes, so what? And then the guy says, so why are you going to this base? Oh, because I'm gonna go see this guy that I've been dating, and I want to see if he's okay. I think the name doesn't matter, but let's call him Chris. I'm gonna go see Chris. He's at the base, and and she goes. Then he goes, oh okay, so yeah, he was a great guy, blah blah blah. And then he goes, all right, so yeah, then we have to get you there. We have to get you to go see him. And she goes, see who? Chris, the guy, your boyfriend at the base. She goes, see who? The person you just told me about, that's who. Right? So, but yeah, let me go back. And then oh wait, and then right after that, there's quote unquote another earthquake happens. They have a first person perspective of them rolling down the hill, and that's what they cut, and they go back to the main characters. But when they come back, the soldier guy is dying. She's okay. He tells her, please, you need to finish this. You need to get this done. You need to make sure that the satellite is able to communicate. And oh my gosh, this is so much. Hold on. Okay, so she goes and puts the radar or the satellite dish, whatever the suitcase that she was carrying, she connects it to the dish, and then they're able to see what's going on in space or whatever. But now that's towards the ending. Let's go back to the main characters. Then the main characters end up in the helicopter, end up crashing because of let me see, it was, I think, EMP pulses or something, electromagnetic field. There you go. Yeah, it was some sort of EMP pulse / electromagnetic field thing they were describing. I really couldn't be bothered to remember what the heck they were talking about. It was just pure utter nonsense. So the helicopter ends up crashing. They start walking. They're like, oh yeah, George's garage is about a mile this way. We need to go there. George? Yeah. The guy that you screwed over with your government contract? Yeah, him. He's over that way. Let's go. And then they meet. This is where you could obviously tell that it was done during quarantine, because they end up meeting these two, this man and woman who try to rob them in the middle of the woods. They're literally in the middle of the woods in the mountains, supposedly, and they come out of nowhere, they're holding guns to them, and they try to rob them. Like, give me your wallet. They literally say, give me your wallet. Give us your wallet. That they literally say these lines. And they're like, we got no time for this, blah blah blah. And at that 1, 2, 3, 4, they end up knocking them. They end up knocking the muggers out, because that's what they were, muggers. They end up knocking them out and make it to George's garage. And from there, they have another earthquake where the oh my god, George shows up and helps save the main character from getting squashed. And then he ends up giving him this car. I think it was a Cobra. I'm not sure, but I think it was a Dodge Cobra. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a car guy, so The only car I actually could tell you right away is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Yeah, I'm not really a car guy. So yeah, he ends up getting in this car. This car also has nitrous. They have a radio. They're communicating with the Pentagon and also another general someplace somewhere. And then they finally so there's another earthquake where everything's getting destroyed. It looks like there's a volcanic eruption happening. Then they have these, and they're running towards they're racing towards where the space shuttle is, so they could get on. And then they finally make it there, but it's too late because all these crystals start coming from underneath the earth. Like, yeah. And then the two space shuttles take off. This is where they introduce characters that they literally kill them like 2 minutes later. They introduce these two or three sets of characters where they're each of them are piloting a space shuttle. So for them to die like 30 seconds to a minute later. It's just ridiculous. And then the guys, obviously they don't make it in time to the space shuttle, so he goes, where's the space shuttle, that new space shuttle you were working on? He goes, with the prototype? Yeah, that. Where is it? On hangar 13 or whatever it is. And then he goes there. And then he parks the car inside the space shuttle. This is the best part. He goes, you can't take the car in. Watch me. Dude, there's enough space there for the car to go in. But yet the way they sold it was like, no. The guy was screaming. Oh my God. I think this podcast is going to go extremely long just with me describing all this. But yeah, this is, if I haven't gotten you to go watch this, find this and watch it, I don't know what will. This is one of the worst. This is one of the worst B movies I have ever seen, and I enjoyed the hell out of myself. Right, and then they pretty much shoot their load as far as all really good action scenes are done by the time they reach this point. And then they go up in their space shuttle and they meet up with the other two shuttles, and those two, like I said, those two shuttles get blown up because they're trying to save them, because he's the main actor is the one that knows how to set up the black hole and everything like that to make sure it goes off. And remember the Dodge car, whatever it is, the car is in there also. So things happened. They get into trouble. The space shuttle then finally gets damaged and stuff like that. Now they go, get inside the car. What do you mean get inside? We're gonna drive to. They're gonna use the car inside the space shuttle to take themselves into where the how do you call it, where the other shuttle is, where have the bomb to detonate to make a black hole. And from there, it just more weird stuff happens, which absolutely make no sense. And obviously, because this is a anthem film, so they keep going. They literally drive off the shuttle in the Dodge car. It's they do things where it just literally baffles the mind and makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, absolutely no sense, and it just baffles the mind that any scientist worth a grain of salt would probably break their TV in anger from watching this, how bad their quote-unquote science is in this film. And so on. And, obviously, again, really bad composite shots of stuff. They finally figured out how to set off the bomb, so to create the black hole. They get out of the car. The car flies towards where the bomb is. It blows up. It sets off the black hole, which honestly, the they show less of these things than they do the actual people, which it should have been the other way around. They should have wasted more money on showing what happens, because these things happen within a matter of seconds between the two. They set it off. You see it go. You see the car go off. Then you see the explosion, and then that's it. And then they go back to the people. Then the way they're stuck in space. They're running out of oxygen. They go, we're gonna hit the atmosphere, right? Then one of them is knocked out cold. The main actor is able to reach the kid. The younger is partner in all this, and able to go and just get inside this. I guess you could say empty shuttle cone, like the top part of a rocket, and it's empty, and it has and for whatever reason there's a parachute attached to it also, and they go inside there, and it's floating down towards the earth, right? Because they saved the planet and all that, so it's floating down. He goes in there, he ties him, put him up there, and things of that sort, and then they just fly down, and you see, then they show a shot from Earth and the moon, and then the black hole go and disappear because the moon is back where it belongs. Because, quote unquote, science happened, and the black hole saved it, because the black hole only stayed open enough for it to pull the moon back, and that was it. That was supposed to be the job it did. But again, but by the way, the distance of that black hole, they were to the black hole. That black hole should have sucked them in and should have killed them. And yeah, and ends in a fade to white, pretty much ends in a fade to white with them. They're okay. Everybody's okay. A few people died here and there, but everybody's but the planet is okay. And there was a side plot with let me see. With Russia and China about shooting nukes at the moon to try to blow it up. And obviously that failed, and all it did was cause more debris, and that's why those other two shuttles blew up. But yeah, it was one of the funniest bad sci-fi channel movies I've ever seen. And one thing I can say, if you like this type of thing, if you like these type of movies like I do, if you just like bad movies like I do, B movies, this is up there. This is so up there. I left a lot of things out because I don't want to spoil everything. So, but I did give you all the main plot points for the most part. And yeah, just if again, I can't say this enough. If you enjoy these type of movies, just go and watch it. For cheesiness and ridiculousness, yeah, I love this movie. It had me dying laughing. It literally had me cracking up. I was crying. I was in tears, crying, laughing because of this film. It is so funny. It's so ridiculous. Not even funny. It's just so ridiculous. And again, thank you for listening to this ramble of my Meteor Moon. You'll be able to hear everything I talked about, and it's just very, very funny. Okay, folks, thank you for listening once again. Again, if you're interested, have a conversation with what I'm watching, or you have any suggestions to what I'm watching, please feel free to email me at jlplayspodcast@gmail.com. And it's also in the description of this podcast and every other podcast. Just look at it there, and just feel free to email me any suggestions or comments. Thank you so much.